Hey everyone, Live It Like Lisa here again, and I have another DIY project for you guys today. We'll be using one of these Kmart little wall shelves again. This is the same little wall shelf that I used in my son's Star Wars Galaxy shelf that I did a couple of videos ago. I gave it sort of a galaxy paint makeover and painted it inside so he could display his Star Wars Lego. But this time we're going to do another one of these boxes for my son's room, and we're going to display all his other collections. So he's got like little collections of rocks and little vintage sharpeners and different little trinkets that he collected along the way. And I'm going to be making like a shadow box out of this Kmart wall shelf. And we're probably going to be sticking a few more little compartments inside these boxes using some matchboxes and smaller boxes. And yeah, I'll take you along and show you how I'm doing it. So to start with, we're going to be covering the outside. And what I've got to cover it with is various scrapbooking papers. I'm going for sort of like a gungy type steampunk look to this shadow box. So all the sort of papers I'm using are along those lines, you know, like this sort of the browns and blacks and patterns that would go along with that grungy look and a bit of a steampunk vibe. So we'll start by covering the outside of the box, and all I'm using is some regular PVA glue to cut out pieces of this paper and stick it along the outside of the box. And we'll probably be covering the inside of the box as well. Okay, so what I've done, cat, really? Okay, so what I've done so far is I've covered the whole of the outside of the box in the scrap paper of my choice that I wanted to cover it in, and then I've stuck on the bottom and all sides of each of the boxes different scrapbooking papers as well. So it's all been glued with the PVA glue, and I've also gone over the top of it with some extra PVA glue just to protect it. You could probably see the glue sort of shining there in the light. So what I'm going to do next is just paint around the outside here and cover in any like white spots in there as well with some paint. I mean, pretty messily because I'm going for that gungy look, so I'll probably just get some dark brown paint and just messily paint all along the edges. So we'll do that. Okay, so I've painted all the outside and dabbed some dark black and brown paint on the roof, at the roof, just really messily, and you know, to make it look grungy, and just covered up any white patches in there as well. So we're just going to let that paint dry now, and we're going to start decorating. I'll probably make a couple of little shadow boxes now while the paint's drying, just to paste in here and to actually stick in there, just to create a little bit more shelving space. So I'll be using these little cardboard boxes just to put in some of the bigger ones, maybe to stick up on the top there to create another little bit of space and a bit of shelf that you can display other things on as well, and it gives you a bit more dimension to each of the blocks as well. So I'll probably just paint some of those up and decorate some of those and stick those on while the paint's drying. Okay, so I've finished doing the outside and inside of the shadow box, and now we're up to the part of decorating. So what I have here is a massive box of, like, I don't know if you remember, they're like vintage, I remember these as a kid. They're all sharpeners, but they're like metal vintage looking sharpeners. Excuse my hands, I've just been doing another DIY. So I have a huge box of these. I got these off eBay for like $20 for the whole lot. And I'm thinking of using some of these in the shadow box as well, because I just think they look really, really good. I'm really happy with this purchase actually. So I've got a few of those, and then we've got a few of Jamie's trinkets and things that we also gonna add to this box. Well, here it is, guys, all finished. Yeah, it's very chaotic, and I'm really happy with the way it's turned out, actually. I didn't film me doing it because honestly this just took hours and hours, just, you know, deciding where everything should go and gluing things on. And it's not something that you need instruction on. It's basically just, you know, stick it wherever you like it. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that's turned out. That should look good in my son's room. I'll just give you a little close-up of all the different things, and you can see I've used some of those sharpeners. I think I've pretty much used a sharpener or a couple of them in each little section of the box. And I've pretty much stuck everything down with hot glue, only because if he ever wants to reuse the sharpeners or display them in a different way, the hot glue just easily peels off, like it's not a permanent bond. So that's mainly why I've done it with hot glue. I've just pretty much just stuck all his random little pieces of things and collections of things that he's had, and just stuck them all on there. Even some paddle pop sticks tied up. And this one here. I've even put a little Monopoly ship in a bottle there. That thing there is just like a necklace, part of a necklace. Just like a bottle top. So yeah, that's gonna go on his shelf now to display. I've got a couple of little sharpeners up here as well. And I put some gold brackets around the corners of each of the corners. So yeah, that's just a little, I think you would call them like a curiosity box, just to display all his little random bits and pieces in some sort of way. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.